friends, Sadie here. This is my first video in several months, and my walking toy project has been on hold for most of that time. I realized at some point that the plastic resin I was using was too brittle for the designs that I was making to not fall apart in your hands. And well, I tried to figure out what materials to use instead. I just had the project on hold. Since then, I have figured out how to balance these things so they walk much better. This is one of the antique toys with some clay on it to rebalance it to walk better. This one, it didn't hardly walk at all. It would just constantly fall over. It would take 2 steps and fall over. And I removed the head, which was too heavy. Added some clay on the feet and the midsection, and it walks like a champ now. Occasionally the legs get off to one side a little bit, and then it doesn't want to go because one of the legs will get stuck on the wall. But yeah, I can come to a stop without falling over. And I don't even have to necessarily start it rocking. It does it on its own. I am still trying to figure out the physics behind this. But until I do, at least I feel like I have a good intuitive understanding, enough to make these toys work. So at this point I have figured out that I should be using something like Smoothcast 65D to make these toys out of. Something flexible and strong like that. I've also gotten myself some tools. I got a sign bar, which helps put things at very precise angles, because the pin there inside there that holds together the legs, that needs to be at a very precise angle to keep the legs from catching on each other and to give the feet enough of an angle to make it wobble. Also, I got myself a drill press. Not the best drill press in the world, but good enough, so that when I make, the pinhole that the little metal rod goes through, it'll be nice and clean and precise and straight, and at exactly the angle I want. Some of my previous prototypes, I couldn't get the angle right because I was trying to use a hand drill, and the holes were never coming out straight. They were coming out ragged, and the pin inside would catch on things or have too much friction. It wasn't working very well. Now this that you're looking at here, I can't take all the credit for it because, like I said, this is one of the antiques, which I've modified. I think this might be an antique knockoff, honestly. I'm not sure. All I know is that when I got it, it didn't walk. But now it does. What else? I think that's about it. I will make another update when I have my own plastic version of this that I can put into production, or at least a prototype that works this well. Oh shoot. It's out of focus. Focus. There we go. I hope you enjoyed my rambling and this little guy. Have a good night all.